Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogan Monster here, and welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF as I like to call it. Hope everybody's doing good. Good to see everybody here. Whew, almost didn't make it. I just woke up. So, yes, Ruth, I do look a little rough. You're always good to point that out. Well, it's good to see everybody. I'm here, you're here. That's all that matters, huh? Um, yeah, Mr. Lee, what's up? MPW, good to see you. I know Ruth and Lewis are here, I believe. Miss Nada Nada and Nada Nada. Prairie Fire, how are you? Ida Bustamante, great to see you. Yeah, I been feeling a little under the weather, excuse me. Hey Jen. And it always kicks up at night, like it gets worse, intensifies, whatever. Wit, what's up? And yeah, like at 8 o'clock, I was like, oh, I'm gonna lay down. Yeah, sure. I fell asleep and for like 3 hours almost. I woke up, it said 10:45. I was like, no shower. Good thing it's not smell-o-vision. Who else we got here? Nada nada. Oh, we got 22 watching. It's a start. JCL, how are you? Hey, Mopar. Danny Stanton. Sorry, buddy. Hope everything's good with you, Danny. Scotty, what's up? Uncle Bones, good to see you. Excuse me, sniffles. I look terrible. But for the most part, I've been feeling pretty good since the other night. Who was this? Larry and Candace, how are you? Michael Haywood, Sandra Piper. Hey, Stevie. Yeah, I woke up. I didn't see Stevie. She was outside having a cigarette. She's like, I thought you were up. It's all good. So it's Thursday night, just another night, regular Thursday. Stevie, when you come in, grab a water or two, please. Oh, excuse me. The last thing I would do is have the sniffles during the show. Donald Fuller, what's up? Hey, Donald, man. I got to talk about something. Recently, I saw Donald post on somebody else's show in chat, pre-show. And he said, hey, why don't you bring so-and-so back and let's discuss this sound he recorded 3 days ago, or 3 days Thanksgiving, in this chat. And it was a legit question or comment, and it got removed real quick by one of the moderators over there, and I was just surprised at it. You got you're legitimate beef. Not even a beef. You just had a question, and it got taken out. So, I was there when it happened, dude. I watched it. I wasn't in chat, but I saw it happen. I just thought it was a little dicked up. Last of the Wild, how's it going? Excuse me. And Donald, you know what I'm talking about. So, hey, Nelson, what's going on, man? Sharon Guy. Richie Evans, what's up, buddy? How you feeling, man? I meant to get in touch with you today. Kind of slept through it. Hope you're feeling better. Richie had a surgery the other day, so he's healing. Um, Good to see you, man. And thanks again. All right, I am going to post the link in chat. I'm not even going to waste time. I'm just going to do it. And anybody who wants to pop on tonight, you can just click on the link if you've never done it before. It's pretty easy. Just follow the directions. Also, make sure that you don't have YouTube when you're backstage. Nothing else is playing YouTube or anything in the background, so we don't get an echo. This damn thing is crooked. Just the way I folded it. It's got a little funny kink in it. Anyway, stupid. Rosemary, how are you? Rosemary Andrews. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait, what? It was. I had to shut down my DMs because of the threats. Oh, dude, if you have those screenshot, I'd love to see those. No shit. Because I don't know. I think I screenshotted where they said, don't poke a sleeping bear or don't wake a sleeping bear. Yeah. Fuck you. Not you, Rick Donald. You know what I mean. Yeah, I have a screenshot of that, I think. You know what? It's just, guys, you know, I am not one to start shit. Like, I have a fucking ton to say, but if I said it, I'd be an asshole. But when moderators and other people's channels have, you know, I don't know what their motive is, but you know, it's bullshit when you start controlling shit before the show even starts, and it was a question, you know. I'm curious if I did take that screenshot. So, excuse me while I look. Yeah, Donald, I want to see those fucking. I hope you did. Did you take screenshots? I didn't even ask. I just assumed you did. I just want to make sure I quote this right when I do say it because it's bullshit. No. Okay, what do we got here? Yeah, so Donald jumped on this chat. I'm not going to mention it right this minute where it was, and he made this comment. And all he did was say, "Get Vault of Nightmares on so he can talk about his audio recording. His audio he recorded 3 days before Turkey Day." And somebody commented, "Don Fuller, I'm helping you out by telling you this. If you got bad intentions, you shouldn't go messing with sleeping bears, LOL." You know, it's shit like that that just pisses me off. But, you know, it's. People think that people don't notice, you know, that they're being a bully or you know, they're trying to dominate or lead things, you know, to their. What's the word? People are trying to control the narrative and Bullshit. I say bullshit. It's not right. All right. Anyway, so I'm going to keep putting the link in chat. So if anybody wants to pop on, please do. Oh, that's not it. You got to hit the right buttons. I just put V. Papa Craig, how are you? All right, Donald, you want Facebook to take care of it? That's fine, but Facebook ain't going to get on the air and blab about it. Chocolate and cheese, how are you? Miss T, what's happening? Good to see you. Is it Eddie? Eddie May? Pardon me. Bat Mom, what's happening? Good to see you. Yes, cult. There is a cult forming out there. That's funny. You know what happens to most cults, right? They drink the Kool-Aid. Donna the Dead, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in forever. Welcome back. If I forgot anybody, I apologize. Eddie said, yeah, that's me. Lester Taylor, what's happening? You have to forgive me, guys. I've been feeling a little under the weather, and I may have a cough or two left, but it's not bad. Yeah, it does. Oh, there's so much I want to say right now. Just some stupid shit out there. I just not wanting to stir the pot, dude. It's like I'm not gonna go into someone's chat and be bullied. I did a show. I a year ago, October. I called out one of my own moderators for being a bully. Okay, so fuck yeah, I'll call somebody else's out. Don't shit. Don't push people around. I'm like a strong advocate for not bullying. I was bullied when I was a kid. Try bullying me now. I got visitors, whatever. Was an accusation. You can visit all you want. Huh. I'm just reading chat, guys. Don't be so concerned with my channel, bud. I'm just a little guy, Oh, but you like little guys. Yeah. All right. Whatever. Well, it's not that I don't listen, dude. I like what you do. I like your narrations. You got mad skills. but people, your associates shouldn't push people around. You know. Fine. Could get interesting. Links in chat, guys. Excuse me. So who else is here? Bigfoot and on, what's happening? See, I don't, somebody just mentioned trolls. We don't deal with trolls here. We don't have trolls here normally. We just people come and just hang out and have a good time. We don't get political. We just enjoy the time that we have together, and there's no set discussion. It's just we let it flow and see where it goes, and usually we end up with a good show. And there are other shows that I go to and I check out and I like and I enjoy. But when you see some activity in somebody else's chat that's questionable, you question it. I don't bring this shit up. I don't talk about this shit. Things. I just keep things mellow. I don't like causing shit. And it just, it sucks when you see somebody else, shit going on in somebody else's chat and someone I respect and enjoy listening to. It's just not necessary. Eric, what's up? Yeah, like Eddie says, toxic chats. Where is it? I'll put it up. Toxic chats are where I tend to lurk rather than interact. And we enjoy having, we don't have toxic chats. What's up, man? DW, you're on the air.
What's up, man? Is the feed back on you?
Yeah, man. I think you have YouTube on in the background. Iveless B, how's it going?
Give me 1 second, bro. I apologize.
Yeah, no worries, man. Patrick Vaughn.
All right, that should be it. It should be off now, huh?
Yeah, I don't hear it.
Can you hear me?
No, it's good. So what's up, man?
All right, can you hear me?
I can.
I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Right now, Mark, say one more time. Can you hear me, bro?
I can hear you, DW.
All right.
But I also hear that echo a little bit.
I don't know why it's on speakerphone. I'll turn it down. So, just to be clear with you, nobody has no issue with you. And I don't know. My advice to anybody is this. Like, if you're going to have, and this is not you because this is a member of your audience, whoever this dude is, if they're going to come over and accuse one of us or anybody in my organization of like trolling you, because the accusation was, why did you troll Moggs with the sound from a 1980s Bigfoot show? That's an accusation. That's not a statement. A statement is, hey, bro, well, I think that sounds like something from a 1980s Bigfoot movie. It was an accusation of trolling you, and you weren't being trolled. I watched you for a while now because I saw you through Sean, and I've been watching your show.
All right.
Because Sean has been on your show, and because Sean has been on Dark Waters Radio, and I'm always looking for new talent. I follow everybody and I watch everybody.
Right.
So there's no disrespect to you in any way, shape, or form. I don't have any issue. Nobody in the organization has an issue with you. But when somebody comes over to troll, and it's evident that the person is trolling because they ran over to you, and now they coming to you telling you, "Oh, these guys are threatening me." No, we're men, we're adults. You come over, you make an accusation. That accusation is responded to.
No, I agree. But I did see, just something over on Sean's show that I was like, what the hell? It wasn't, it was a legit question. And I saw the question, I saw when it came out. And I don't know if it even was a question. It might have been a statement. I don't know. But it was just, you know, an argument that he or a question he wanted to, address, or it was a topic he wanted to address. And it just got right off before it got a chance. And I don't think he was looking to cause shit, you know, but just that little thing that Vault put on my show stirred up some shit. Wasn't for me. I put it out there. I said it after I heard it, that I've heard it before, you know. But people won't. A lot of people will say that's bullshit. If they believe that something's bullshit, and I didn't take him off, guys. He stepped off where we lost signal. But if I appreciate people that will call bullshit. Gypsy Road, what's up? So listen, man, I appreciate you watching my show. Absolutely. I can't control what other people do. Here we go. Let me bring him back. You there?
Yeah, bro. I don't understand this StreamYard, man. This is crazy. What did you hear me say?
I don't know. I was babbling.
I'm sorry. Well, I probably was talking over you. I apologize. The point I was making is the reason why I even hop in to address this is because it all started with an accusation where the gentleman was accusing Vault of trolling you by playing a sound in your chat. Where the sound actually came from what we call ZWiki Woods, which is one of the places where we have a camera that's being installed. So when he made that accusation, we view it as
Vault wasn't trolling. He was on the show.
But this is the point I'm making. The point I'm making to you is this. This is how one thing becomes two and two things become four. And next thing you know, you got this infighting because it's some
division.
No, because there's some rando running from channel to channel trying to flame up a beef. So what I'm doing is coming to you saying, no, bro, clearly this is what happened. I'm just reiterating what happened.
Right on.
We were being accused of trolling you. We don't troll you. As I found you from watching the people that Sean hangs out with. I like the thing that you guys do where you have like 20, 30 people in chat and you guys are just talking shit because that's how I started on YouTube. And it's cool what you guys do. So we go from Sean liking you guys to Vault coming over showing support to me watching to all of a sudden now this guy is trolling and now he's coming back over trying to flame something up. So in my attempt to stop the flaming, I'm just saying, listen, bro, that ain't nothing to do. We ain't doing none of that. It's just we address that individual who decided to do that. And that individual made an accusation, which was we came over to troll you. And to be clear,
that accusation.
Well, that's what it was. It was in a chat. That's why he's been banned across all chats. The same guy who was just up on your screen, whose comment you just posted. So to be clear, and it's evident that, I'm a straightforward dude. Everybody with me is straight shooters. Like if we got an issue with you, we gonna make it known. It ain't gonna be pulling no punches. So I just want to make that clear so that one thing won't turn into two things. There's no need for that. But people like to do that. They like to start shit. And in my opinion, you guys are talented. You have a great show where you have a bunch of friends who talk about Bigfoot and pretty much anything the hell y'all want to talk about outside of politics. You guys just kick it. And I think it's cool. And I think you should continue doing it. But I want to make sure I put for the record, we ain't got no issue with you. We ain't got no issue with none of that. We do have an issue with the dude who trolled and tried to start the shit. And he's been banned across all channels that are associated with me. Because once you show that tendency where you want to start shit for no reason, then we just got to get rid of you because nobody has the time or energy for that. So that's what I wanted to hop in and say. And I'm hoping things are going well for you and Stevie, man. And I enjoy your show, bro.
Thanks, man. Yeah, no, Stevie's going well, doing good. We're doing our thing.
All right. Well, I'm about to sit out here, smoke my cigar, and relax my nerves, bro. You
All right,
take it
bro.
easy. Good talking to you.
All right, peace. And that's that. So again, anybody else wants to pop on? Here is the link. Hey, Taroa, what's up, man? What is it, Kia Ora? Who is it? Is Michael in here? LIB, what's up? What it do? Man, I haven't said that in forever, Mike. What it do? That was Ben's thing too. Damn, now I need a cigarette. Can't smoke in this room. Who else? Again, guys, I am just going to keep posting the link in chat, and anybody who wants to come on, hit that link, follow the directions. It's real simple. Sorry about the congestion and the sniffles. Yeah, Mike, Ben was here not too long ago, the other day, last week or something. He even left a comment. It was good to see him. Yeah. That mom's so true. It never stopped you from before smoking. Yeah, no, I like this hotel, and I really don't want to get fined or kicked out of this one. This one's pet friendly. No pet fees. It's the best hotel I've been in yet. And let's see what's going on over the other side of the pond. Ivis B, what's up, man?
Hello, bro. I just literally thought I'd jump on to help you out and get you started. So how you doing?
I'm doing good. I think DW already got us started.
Well, that is true, to be fair. I mean, that was nice to see, to be fair. I don't understand the politics, but it's always good to see people, get over these things. They're inevitable. Humans, interaction, we're all flawed, so happens.
Oh, yeah.
So
how's
that was
everything
quite
going
nice
with
to
you?
see for a... All right, mate. Slowly climbing.
I'm losing you. I don't know about you guys. I cannot hear him. Don't worry. Hopefully he'll pop back on. He lost his. I couldn't hear him. I don't know if you guys could. Flat Rock, how's it going? Miss Dill, how are you, hon? Connor, what are you up to, man? There he is. Try again.
Brother.
I can't hear you. I heard the first word was brother, and then it just cut off. We're trying, guys. It's like his microphone doesn't like him. Brown Dwarf, what's happening, buddy? Cheers to you as well. Michael Moore, good to see you. Yeah, hopefully Hyveless will come back, and I don't know what the issue is with his audio. That's odd. Emma, what's up, babe? How are you? He needs to change StreamYard audio. Okay. I'm just reading comments. Keep coming back, Hyveless. I don't care if it takes all night. We'll get you on, dude. Here we go again. Let's try this. Razor Wolf, how's it going? Try again.
I'll try one more time, and if it cuts out, brother, I'll just dip out.
No,
Is that
I can hear
working?
you good now.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, so life over this side of the pond, it's good. I'm meeting with my tribe. The tribe is growing. And what do you think of? Did you see Jeff's debut, Moggs? What do you think of that? Curious.
I um I haven't seen all his stuff. Well, I know he's only like got 4 videos out. I watched,
Right.
I think one of them, one or
Yeah.
two of them. No, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a great idea that Jeff has his own show. You know, your audio cut out again. If you can figure it out, come back. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, bud. We're trying. But yeah, I think it's great that Jeff has a show. Um, I was hoping he would do that. And just found out from neuropathy. Sorry, get distracted. um, Jeff is an intelligent man. And he's well spoken, so it helps. And he can he can talk about just about anything. Um, which is great. Media Palace, what's up, Eric? Yes, LIB. Jeff has a show. It's called Pine Island Research. I might even have a banner for it. There it is. Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's funny. He's got a video up. I think it was Jeff's, and it's all about this area in Pine Island. Uh, Actually, it's called the Pineland section of Pine Island. It's right down the southern coast of, the Gulf Coast of Florida. It's all about this. I guess it's some sort of preserve, but they have Calusa Indian mounds there, and I think it's run originally by a college, and it's pretty cool. You walk in and it's all natural, and you can see the Indian mounds, the Midden mounds, and from the Calusa Indians, and it was cool to see. I was like, wait a minute, I've been there. When I saw the video, I was like, that's odd. But yeah, I think Jeff's going to do really well. So good luck to you, Jeff. Once again, I'm going to post this in chat. The link is there. Yeah, I don't know what the issue was. That was weird. That you were doing good, and it just your audio just would cut right out. Christina, how are you? Yeah. I've seen some of them, and the Calusa were responsible for a lot of for most of any canals that were here. They built them, like down in Pine Island, for instance. They split the island right in half. They could be a mile in. I think the island is like 2.5 miles across, and they built the canal straight across because they were canoe traveling people. And they could be middle of the island and be out there like that, just hop in her canoe and go fishing or do whatever. Ms. Dill says, blame it on CERN. Why? What happened? Portals open up somewhere? Whispers from the Dark. Good to see you. Crow Creek Cryptids. What's up, Tony? Welcome. I'm just trying to catch up and see who all is here. If I missed you, sorry. Yeah, let me just post this again. Guys, don't be afraid to come on. It's Thursday night. We still have an hour and a half to go. Could be a long night. That's up to you. Miss Nada Nada says, Mogs, when are you going to come visit? As soon as I get my ass out of Florida. No, I definitely plan on coming out that way once I get resettled back in Arizona. And plan to do some traveling. Excuse me. Who do I want to come on? Anybody can come on. I don't have preferences. Well, I do prefer one person come on, but it's not going to happen. Mr. Lee. Yeah, Lee ain't going to come on. That's all I want for Christmas is for Mr. Lee to come on. Monster Radio, what's up? Mogs, you're coming back to Arizona? When? We need to meet up. Ryan. Oh, what's up, Brian? Cottonwood Ryan? Brian, fuck, I forgot. Moran? Did I remember it right? Yeah, man. I'm assuming that's you, Ryan. You have to let me know. I think I was right. Oh, Ryan Tremblay, what's up, buddy? I didn't recognize Monster Radio. Did you change your moniker? Yeah, Ryan's down Tucson area or north of Tucson and south of Phoenix. Yeah, I should be back there in a couple weeks, man. Well, see, there was a time when I was still in Arizona that I hooked up with buddy Spike or damn. Oh, he's gonna hate me. I'm not having a brain fart. I forgot his name. That's terrible. Well, anyway, I can't remember the guy's name. Sorry, dude. And well, he came up and we went fishing. Ryan was supposed to come with, and Ryan didn't make it. And we had a good weekend. Why I can't remember his name is just kicking me in the ass. No shit, huh? Let's see. Mogs, you got to see the Dogman research I've been doing. Been finding some really good stuff. In AZ. So, Ryan, you know Arizona. My buddy, my ex-roommate, had a Bigfoot sighting in the valley, North Valley. Not far from Bartlett. And it was interesting. You know, he had he saw two, a female and a juvenile. Most people know, heard the story when it happened because, but yeah, it was cool to see that, you know, for someone I know to have an Arizona sighting. That was interesting. Well, tell your company to hang on. Somebody asked Ryan to come on. He was like, I would, but I have company. I'd be like, I'd turn on YouTube and say, hey, watch this. Oblis says, my encounter was in Flagstaff. Really? Well, why don't you come on and tell us about it, dude? Be a good idea. That's what this channel was for, is, why the fascination? Why the hell are you guys here? Why am I here? You know, everybody's got questions, and, I just want to hear them, and hear the stories that, people have, because listen, we're in a weird genre, and I know why I'm here, but why are you guys here? So why the fascination? And that's why I created this, so you guys can come on, and I ain't singing shit, Mr. Lee. I have a cold. It's my excuse. Brown Dwarf says Flagstaff is in the mountains, right? Flagstaff itself sits at 7,000 feet above sea level. And then you have the San Francisco peaks there that they go up to, I want to say 14,000 feet, but I might be a little high. We already know I'm high, but my estimate. Who is Niall? I didn't find him. He found me. Who is Niall? Where did you find him, Mogs? Christina, like I said, he just showed up one day. Made things interesting. And he should start a show too. So yeah, back to Flagstaff. I know a lot of the woods up there, like between Sedona and Flagstaff. If you were to go up the switchbacks from Sedona and head up, and you hit that one long stretch that goes right into Flagstaff, I've been through everything on the left. And it's so cool up there because, you can go for miles and miles and miles of just Forest Service roads. All right. Obelisk says, I'm sending my encounter to Cryptids Canada. Damn it, Leslie. No, that's cool. That's awesome, dude. And after you send it, you can come back here and tell it. Stories were meant to be told, dude. And I encourage, if you got a story to tell, you have something to get off your chest, tell it wherever you can tell it, Sure, people are like, oh, we just heard this story. You're going to hear it again. You don't want to hear it? Turn the channel. Wax anyone? Yes, please. Well, I'm glad that you're going to send that to Leslie. I think that's cool. She does such a good job with her, telling stories. All right. One more time. The link is in chat. A surprise we're going this far with just me. So that's cool, I love hearing, that people have had, stories, encounters in places I know. See, Chocolate and she says the best stories are meant to be heard more than once. And it's not even the best stories. It's any story if it's worth telling. If it helps you, get something off your chest and Right on, Richie. His dogs say hi. What's up, Tony?
What's up, man? I couldn't leave
How's
you
it
hanging
going?
out there.
Why not? Everybody else was. It's like a train wreck. Can't
Yeah,
look away.
I just walked in the door. I had one of my daughters called me and had some electrical issues, so I had to run over there right quick. It's kind of late, but I just walked in the door.
Right on. Well, appreciate you jumping on.
How you doing, man? Is it cold better?
It acts up at night, man. It's weird. Like during the day, I feel good, and then as it gets later in the day, all of a sudden I start getting congested, and But I laid down at 8 o'clock, just thinking, "Oh, I'll just take a nap." I woke up with 15 minutes before the show.
Well, that was
I was
probably
like, "Oh
much
shit!
needed.
I
That
got
was
time
probably
for a
much
cigarette."
needed. Really. Is it any grasses and stuff dying off around you? Pollen, ragweed, stuff like that?
I've never been allergic to anything like that. I've never had allergies like that, so I know that it's like a cold or some
Cold,
sort of bug, but it's not bad. It's just annoying.
annoying. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but because I haven't been sick in probably 2 years, recently I accidentally poisoned myself, but I got through that. So that wasn't like catching something, that was, so this is the first time I've been sick probably in 2 years, and it's just very, very minor. And
Well, I'm
then,
glad you're feeling a little better.
no, it's like I said, it's just like a congestion right now, and the cough isn't as bad as it was the other day.
Yeah.
And I think that was probably from something I did.
Gotcha. Bonfire smoke, eh?
Yeah. Eric says, "Dang, Crow, you get younger every day."
I guess I just go tell you, I'm close to the old 50. It's coming up. But my dad was 73 and he didn't look a day over 55.
Right
I
on.
think it's all the sweet tea we drink or something. I don't know.
It's mind over matter. You don't mind, it doesn't matter. Like I don't feel my age. I don't act my age. I don't think people believe I am. Well, I'd have to shave, then they wouldn't believe. So
I feel it. Whew.
I'm just checking out chat.
I don't know if I can see it tonight. I'll have to look.
Anybody has questions or anything you want to say, put it in caps so I can see it. Get my attention.
We're gonna have to get some more people to jump on.
And then, but Richie, of course, always everything he writes is in caps.
Well, at least I can see that better. That's when you know you're getting old, right, Mo?
When you got to squint.
Yeah. You used to have perfect vision, but not anymore.
Tyler Howe Outdoors, what's up, man? Good to see you again.
How goes it, brother?
It's going good.
Howdy, Tyler.
Anything new going on?
Well, you're
From
here. It's like in general or tonight?
No. Like in general, I remember you were where were you at last time I was on here? You were doing something. I can't remember where.
Probably fixing a truck, but I don't know. Shit, I might have been down and we might have been camping that weekend. Or that week. I don't know. I don't remember where I was. Lately, I've been all over the place.
Yeah. Encounter anything new?
No.
No.
I'm going to do a lot more searching, not researching, but searching.
Right.
Once I get back to Arizona, that's when I'll get back into this. Right now, I'm concentrating on just surviving and helping out Stevie, and that's about it. And concentrating on getting back to Arizona.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah, I've been in the woods quite a bit lately, and this weather's got the skunk apes here pretty active.
Oh yeah. So you
Oh
did
yeah,
you were on with Vic Cundiff, is that what I'm hearing?
sir. I originally did a show with him, I guess, a couple weeks ago, but he had some, I guess, bad interference or whatever, so we had to redo it.
Okay.
But yeah, we were pretty much going over like my childhood encounter and what really started on the subject matter, and fell down the rabbit hole pretty much.
Right on. That's a good platform to be on with Vic Cundiff. Vic Cundiff's got a good. I like the way he presents things.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah,
Somebody
he's
said it
very
was
professional.
today. It came on. Posted his
Yeah,
interview like today. All right. Which channel is it on? Is it the Dogman or Bigfoot? I mean, I know he's got two channels, right?
a Bigfoot eyewitness.
Bigfoot Eyewitness. Go check that out, guys.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff, man. I mean, I used to, growing up in the woods hunting, I was hearing whoops and knocks my whole life and didn't even know it until the internet, high-speed internet didn't come till I was in high school. So that's when my dad used to say, "All the woods playing tricks on you," and I was bullshit. So yeah, and he's even opened up his mind to it, and you're actually hanging cameras the other day. And,
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's kind of interested in it because when we were walking in the woods the other day, we heard something bellowing at us, and he snapped his head around and looked at me. He said, "Tyler, did you hear that?" I said, "I did." He said, "What was that?" I was like, "I do not know." He's like, "I ain't never heard anything like that." I said, "Me either." So, yeah, he went and bought like 4 or 5 of those game cameras that have the 4G cellular data, so you can watch them live stream.
Sure.
So we got 4 or 5 of those up, and I'm trying some gifting techniques, and maybe we might be able to get something. I don't know.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. Oh yeah.
I don't know about the whole gifting thing. I always hear it's a bad idea.
Yeah. See, I've heard a few people say that, but I've also heard people say that it works. So all I did was put a jar of peanut butter, like inside of a hollowed out tree knot. See if anything happens.
Hey,
Because it's going
better
to
to
take.
do,
It's
it's
going to
better
take
to do
pain.
something than nothing, I suppose.
Yeah. But yeah, I was out in the woods a few nights ago, and clear as day across the river, just sounded like someone over there just clapping their hands. And I started clapping back, and then I heard whoop, like off in the distance. I was like, "Oh shit!" Yeah,
You got to
made
be
the hair.
careful when you respond.
Yeah, I've never had anything, I guess, scary happen. Nothing aggressive. It's mostly just been them hollering and screaming, making noises, and I try to mimic them back, and sometimes they'll yell back, sometimes they won't. But yeah,
When
it's
when
pretty
they're not
interesting.
yelling back, that's when they're laughing at you.
Yeah, probably so. They'll probably go, "Who's this dumbass out here screaming and hollering like an idiot?"
Or plotting their next move.
Stevie said, "Such a
Exactly.
waste of peanut butter."
Yeah, but I tried to. It's too easy to put like a granola bar or something that it would take just a small little tear to bust open, and any squirrel can get into it, raccoon. But they're not gonna. It's gonna take something smart to undo that peanut butter and pull the thing off the top. So
Oh yeah.
we'll see.
So you didn't even give him that much break. You just you left the seal
Left the
on it
whole
too.
thing out there. Yep. Because if something intelligent wants it bad enough, they'll figure out a way to get into it the way it should be.
Oh yeah, if they can screw the top off, they'll figure out how to get the rest of it.
Like I've heard people putting audio recorders next to things of peanut butter, and it'll pick up them, eating on it, and you hear, of them getting stuck in their mouth, and so I don't know. It's worth a shot, I guess.
Well, it seems that people have more luck, obviously, because of the lack of IR, but with sound recorders than with cameras.
Right.
How they know the difference, who knows? And maybe
From my understanding, they can either see or like feel the infrared.
Yeah.
Because I heard a story. I'm not going to say too much about it. I'm going to shorten it up. Pretty much two F-22 pilots in the Middle East seen some on the side of a mountain and lit him up with a QR beam. So these F-22s are equipped with thermal imagers, but like the best ones you can get. Well, apparently they had this, what they call like a QR beam or whatever. And if you light one of them up with it, it brightens everything up to where you can see it, but it's still infrared. Well, I guess when they hit the beam on the backs of these things, they stopped digging and could sense it, and then they started running. So I don't know.
So there's actually an eyewitness account of it being affected by the IR.
Yes.
I've heard that.
I've also
similar stories about the same thing.
Yeah.
The IRs.
I don't know, man. I think they can. I don't think they see it. I think they can feel it. Because there's some people have gotten actual video of them like waving their hand in front of the QR beam, trying to. That's why I think they probably can feel it versus seeing it. Because if they can see it, why in the world will they go all the way up to it? But if it's a feeling and they're from a distance, they get closer, it gets stronger. They figure out the source.
I don't know if you can. I never thought about them feeling it. I'm thinking they either see it or they hear it.
Both. Or all three.
Yeah, that's true too.
I also wonder if the batteries draw them to it.
That's a possibility too.
Because black bears, they can all bears can smell those lithium-ion batteries, and that's why hunters get some of their cameras snatched off trees or from bears trying to get those batteries.
What's in the batteries that they like?
It's just the lithium-ion batteries or something inside of them that they just have to have. I don't know.
But it's weird because like they have a lot of problems with bears, say in Alaska, that go after the insulation in the refrigerators in cabins. There's formaldehyde in the refrigerator, in the insulations. Yeah, it sounds weird, but grizzly bear will go and tear apart your refrigerator just to get to the insulation. So I was curious about the batteries. Huh. Yeah, there's formaldehyde in it or something.
How we doing?
And formaldehyde, like I think Bat Mom just said, smells like ants.
I don't know if bears
That
eat
sounds
ants.
very familiar. So I'm gonna. If anybody else has another answer to that, but that sounds familiar.
Yeah, I've never heard of them being attracted to ants, but who knows? I mean, hogs eat them, I guess.
Ants?
I mean, there's a species in Africa, South America, that's very similar to a hog, and they root in ant piles and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what.
I can't remember.
Seems like I had heard that before. I'm thinking termites. I might be wrong though. I'm not sure.
I don't think you get too many termite mounds in the Americas, do you? It's more Africa when you get the big termite mounds.
Yeah.
But
they're most subterranean here.
I might be wrong about that. Don't quote me.
Me ever.
Yeah, there's no telling. So, Crow, where are you from, brother?
I'm in Alabama. How about you, Tyler?
I'm in the Northwest Florida Panhandle.
Okay. You're in skunk ape country, huh?
Yes, sir. Yeah, the Alabama state line's about 10 minutes up the road from here.
Yeah, I know about where you at. I know the area. Been many years since I've been there.
I'm about 45 minutes from Andalusia.
Okay. Yeah, I know where you at. I'm right here by Bankhead National Forest.
Okay, yeah, I know about where that's at.
Yeah, I actually went down today. I hadn't been down there in months, but I went down today and found some tracks. And once again, it started to get a little dark on me, and I got out of there. I got out of there before it get dark, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's usually when I go in the woods is at nighttime.
Well, I used to, but
so they beat you up.
yeah, so they beat me up.
Grabbed him by his ankles, shook him upside down, and took his lunch money.
Man.
Yeah, I just got my hands on a thermal emitter, so I feel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm
Nice.
pretty comfortable going out there at nighttime now. I mean, I have a sidearm, but
Right.
yeah, that FLIR, man, it works pretty good. I can see pretty much up to 100 yards and shoot it in different spectrums. It's pretty neat. Snap pictures with it.
Nice.
Those are pretty neat.
So
Well, you got hogs there too, don't you?
We have hogs everywhere here.
That's what I was saying. I was wondering if you was scared of something besides the sidearm.
No, I don't. I've never really had a bad run-in with them. Typically, they just mosey on around and handle the business and go on.
Yeah, I've seen a few hogs down here, but they weren't big, and they just ran away.
Yeah, we got some pretty good sized pigs down here, especially get them around the river.
Well, it's an interesting story. I had some pigs move in here, which I never have had 40 years. And I was going across that pasture, I think it was last summer. And I may have put it up on video somewhere. And I heard something behind the bushes when I first thought it was one of them boogers down there. But I seen a cow and a bunch of piglets come out. And I stopped walking, and that's when a boar come out, and he run towards me about 30 yards, and I throwed my hands up. He stopped, and he waited till the piglets and the sow got off in the bushes, and he turned and went back with them. But that night, I went out and I pointed down to where those hogs were, because they was tearing the pasture up in one spot. And I just told out of the woods, I said, if y'all can get rid of them, I sure would appreciate it. I ain't never seen a hog or hog track here again. And that right there was pretty weird, but something got them.
Some did.
I didn't hear anybody shooting.
My granddaddy told me a story when back in the day they used to run dogs for deer and for hogs. Well, they were hog hunting one day, and they dropped the dogs out of the dog box, and they picked up a scent, went after it. Well, they all come running back, screaming and hollering, tails up between their legs, and started hearing something crash through the woods, and heard something get a hold of a pig, and the pig started and it stopped, and then it started crashing the woods again and grabbed another pig. He said it killed 3 or 4 pigs that day, and them dogs jumped into the dog box and wouldn't come out. They pissed all in it, everything. They were scared to death.
Wow.
Was that in the area you're in now?
Oh yeah.
That's probably sounds about right.
Yeah. From what I've heard around here, man, they're everywhere.
Oh yeah.
I've
Good
talked,
habitat.
I've talked to 2 guys from back a couple years ago. I don't know if they're still even active duty anymore, but they both were with 7 Special Forces group, and their base is here, but we're out here at Edwin Air Force Base, and right slap in the middle of the reservation of the woods where I used to hunt as a kid. And they told me one night they were doing a routine nighttime training exercise with night vision, and seen one clear as day squatted down eating a fish on a creek bank.
You hear a lot of stories from the military and training exercises where they're seeing these things.
Yep.
Amber's Power World, what's up? Good to see you.
I've seen them during the day several times, but I ain't too much worried about that. It's the nighttime I worry about.
Right, getting ambushed.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, them some bitches are smart, dude.
Oh
No,
yeah, they're really smart.
He knows about getting
I hear they're aggressive up in Alabama.
Well, I've run across one that's aggressive.
He got hit on the back, dude.
Bro,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Now, whether it was being aggressive or not, I don't think it was.
Could have been just
Like-
saying, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" and smack you on the back.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Dang.
Where are you going? Come back.
What's that?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what I've heard, here in the Panhandle from people that have met, or I wouldn't say met them, but have come across them, say they're not aggressive. There's a spot that I go to. This old man reached out to me through my YouTube channel, and he's in his 60s, every bit. And he told me about this spot where two rivers meet one another, not too far from here. And he watched a whole family of them from the time they were chitlins grow up to be big ones like their mama and daddy. And he begged me not to tell anybody where this location was, so nobody would go down there and hurt him.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, who's going to make that up? Just flat out say you don't want anyone to go down there and hurt him. I mean, he's obviously knows something's there.
Oh yeah.
Well, at least he has that much respect for them that he doesn't want to see any harm come. So
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so that's where I've been
people would
going.
just want to prove it.
Yeah, that's people are, obviously it's probably going to take a body, for the scientific community to accept it, which is unfortunate because DNA samples get pulled all over the United States that come back orangutan or unknown primate / Homo sapien. I mean, you can't just go buy that shit off the shelf at Walmart or order it on Amazon and go out there and just hang it on a tree. You know what I mean? That stuff doesn't just pop up out of nowhere. Something left it there.
Absolutely.
And it's a but hopefully one day we can actually get evidence without having to harm one. And I think the reason why the government doesn't say anything about it because the logging industry is a $1 billion industry a year. If these things are roaming around out there, there goes a logging industry hanging up. All those woods are going to be endangered forest habitat for these creatures.
Well, I thought the same thing. Look what they did for the spotted owl.
Oh yeah.
Much less your state parks. They're not going to be visited near as much.
Oh yeah.
No,
The outdoor industry is a $1 trillion industry a year, man. People going camping, going hiking, state parks, and they start doing all that. You hang it up, brother. Ain't no one want to go out there with Chewy's third cousin running around.
Well, and that's it. You would get the wrong people out there.
Yeah. And in the state parks, to my knowledge, you can't carry a firearm anyway.
Oh, it depends on the state. Because I've hunted in state parks in New Jersey. But then other state parks you can't.
Yeah.
In different states, but Jersey does have huntable. Pennsylvania does. I've hunted there. State parks. It's when you get into like national forests that are like have wildlife. What do you call them?
Refuge.
What's that?
We have refuge and management area here.
Yeah, but there's in national forests, there's certain areas that you can't even, no motorized vehicles. It's walk in, walk out.
Oh, yeah, we have that here too, but that's for they do that for erosion control or if there's an endangered species typically here, when you see that, it's either erosion control or it's for an endangered species, which is like the Okaloosa darter. It's some kind of small fucking minnow that lives in the creeks around here.
Well, there's a squatch in there, and they say it's a rare frog. You can't go out there.
That's a good point, man. I never thought about that, where it says endangered species, no motorized vehicles. I mean, why in the hell would they put that up for a damn flower? You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Well, this isn't about an endangered species. I think it's more or less they don't want a fire to start out there because no one could get to it. You know,
True.
I'm particularly thinking of Sedona. When you get out into the back country, there are places that you're not supposed to go with a vehicle or any motorized vehicle. And I think it's for fire safety. I'm not sure. I could be really wrong, but somebody will let me know if I am, I'm sure. And I have no problem with being corrected, guys.
Yeah, there's no telling what it's for, but there's a guy who made a pretty good point.
Killed by Bigfoot. What's up? Says you need a concealed weapons permit to carry a firearm in national parks.
Yes.
All right. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, Chief. So they just finished doing up some road work here. They made a new road that cut through these patch of woods. Well, going down the highway, the bear signs, there's 3 different species of bear. So there's one on one sign, one on another, and a different one on another. Makes me wonder, why would the Florida DOT put 3 different bears on signs when we don't have grizzlies here? Or the Kodiak brown bear. We have a black bear, and one sign is clear as day. You can see it's a black bear on there. Then there's another one that's a grizzly, and then there's another one that's a Kodiak. And so it makes me wonder, why would they put 3 different species of bear up? Maybe because people see these things crossing the road and they're varying size or varying color.
I think they were saving money. That's the only sign they had with a bear on it. I'm serious. You know, there's no Kodiaks. There's no, you know that. There's black bear down here, but you're not going to get anything bigger than that.
Yeah, we don't have bears that size. So it just makes you wonder why they would slap up a much larger bear sign when we obviously don't have huge bears like that here.
Oh, no, I get what you're getting at, you know, but it does seem silly.
Yeah, could be a shot out of a cannon.
Good night, Ida. Good to see you. Bigfoot Anon says, what hog-nosed bear there is what on Tristan's property? There's no such thing.
So in Alabama, you ever hear reports or stories come from the Abbeville area?
That was for you, Crow.
I couldn't hear it. Do what, Tom?
Are you familiar with Abbeville, Alabama?
Abbeville?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's not. It's right outside of Dothan. It's in between Dothan and Lake Eufaula.
I know where it's at, man, but I'm not familiar with it.
I've been to Dothan.
There's a town or a community called Screamer, Alabama. And
I've heard of it.
Okay, the story is it got its name because of the screams in the night that people hear in the woods out there. So it makes you being from Alabama, I was wondering if you happen to might know anything about that.
I've heard of it before, but I don't have any knowledge, of the stories or anything.
Gotcha.
And somebody else had mentioned it's honest reason I had heard of it before.
Yeah, because we have a place up there on the south end of Lake Eufaula, and I'm trying to go stomp around up there because I got a lot of U.S. Army Corps engineer land. You can go out there and hunt and hike and all that good stuff. So Yeah, I want to go check that out, see what it's all about. Because I talked to some of the locals there a few weeks ago when I was up there, and they told me some crazy stuff.
Bigfoot Anon said Dothan is now cooler knowing Mogs has been there. No, when I lived in Tennessee, my roommate was originally from Dothan.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
Dothan.
with another. It'll probably start snowing in Florida now.
What's that?
Yeah.
But I'm with Bigfoot and Nine. It'll probably start snowing in Florida now that you're there.
And last time it snowed here, I was a baby.
How old are you now?
I'll be 30 on the 21st of this month.
Still a baby.
I forget what year it was. Some kind of lizard, I can't remember, down there were freezing on the trees and falling off.
The iguanas.
Yeah, the iguanas. Hadn't been too long ago, I don't think.
We don't have iguanas up
I
here.
heard that last year. I think I heard about that. Well, they're cold blooded, so I mean, it doesn't have to freeze per se. It's just got to lower their body temperature enough where they go into a dormant state. Yeah,
Kinda like
walking down and getting hit on the head with an iguana. You know.
Damn rain and lizards.
Yeah, I noticed that
Yeah,
last time I went.
Stevie said it too. He's still a baby.
Yep, still got a lot of growing up to do.
And cherish those 30s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially with a 6-year-old.
Absolutely.
He eats it up every time I go to the woods. He's like, "Daddy, you looking for Bigfoot?" I'm like, "What do you think?" He's like, "I know you are." I was like, "You know I am. That's right." He'll go, "Daddy, look at that track." Yeah, he's a mess. He'll be like, "Daddy, I think I just heard a wood knock." I'm like,
But
no,
you know
Daddy,
what? I think it's good to make them aware at a young age that, hey, this might be out there. I say this might. I don't know.
Because I got it when I was 13, so, and that totally flipped my world upside down. You know, like I still have nightmares over it.
Really?
Yeah, it shook me up big time. I didn't hunt for a while. It took me a minute before I'd go back in the woods, and if I did, I got in my tree well after daylight and well before the sun went down. I was out.
Yeah, you kind of miss those prime hunting hours.
Yep, and that's when it all went down. My dad calls it the magical hour. It's like where you have just a little bit of shoot light left, and that's when it all started happening. Yeah, it was wild, man.
Rob, what's up? Bigfoot, Michigan. Rob in the house. Good to see you. Still crazy, Chris. How are you, Chris? Sorry if I interrupt you guys.
No, you're good, bro.
Forever doing shout outs.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm trying to see who else is here. Tacey Hale, how are you? I think I got covered everybody for now. We have 68 watching. Awesome.
Tyler, did you say you was 13 when you seen one?
Yes, sir. I was sitting in my tree stand.
Deer hunting?
Yeah, we were. I'm glad you brought this up. So we used to hunt this piece of property. You ever heard of Union Springs, Alabama?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we used to hunt a piece of property up there from the time I was 6 years old till I was 13 years old. And I was sitting in some pines, and it was these planted pines were on a ridge, and down the hill was a creek. And it was one of those hardwood bottoms, you know, when there's leaves out there this big around the size of paper plates, and you step on them, dude, you'll hear them crunch from a mile. There's some good hardwoods, you know, during middle of January. where every leaf's falling off the tree. You can hear deer coming from a mile. And it was getting dark. I had my headset on, and my dad was talking to me, and he was like, "You good, T?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." He's like, "All right, that magical hour's coming, so you be listening, because when we were here last weekend, they were moving right down this creek where you're at, and you're in a good spot for them." And he's like, "And if they get past you, they can come to me. So you're set up to kill the first deer." And I was like, "Yes, sir."
Y'all are killing me.
So
Want a cigarette?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry if I cut
anyway,
you
she's
off.
like,
Dude.
"All right, T, so it's getting that time. Be ready. You're good." I had a lot of cigarette anyways, but it's getting to where I can barely see the ground. My dad gets back on the radio. He's like, "All right, buddy, you ready to get down?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "All right, I'll meet you at the truck." I was like, 10-4. So I pulled my paracord up, throw a loop in it, stick my arms out over my climbing tree stand. I'm getting ready to lower my gun down. And he comes back on the radio, and he's like, "T, where are you sitting at? Are you still in the tree? Or you on the ground?" I said, "I'm still in the tree." He said, "Don't get down." I'm like, "For what?" He's like, "You don't get down on that effing tree." I knew he meant business when he dropped the F-bomb, so I set put. And the sun finally went down. It was dark. Moon's coming up, starting to see the stars. A few minutes go by. He's like, "All right, Tyler, something's moving down the creek toward you. I got a flash of it. I couldn't see it. It might be like a big dog or like a really big hog or something. But it's coming to you. Be ready." I said, "All right." Well, about that time, I could hear something coming down the creek. And like if you're belly deep in the water at the creek and you got to get to the hill in a hurry, you're going to pump your legs into the hill. You're going to move water. It's going to be displaced. It's going to make a sound. You're going to hear it. And when this creek flows, you can't hear it. And I could hear water being displaced. And then I heard something come out of the water. And at first it sounded like rain. Like I hear water like dripping, hitting the leaves, but it wasn't raining. So in my head, it's like whatever that was, water was dripping of it and hitting the leaves. And then I start hearing a crunch, crunch, crunch. It's just walking through the woods, and I can hear it. Well, when it came out of the creek, I was upwind a bit. So I don't know if it caught my scent or what, but the crunching stopped. And then it made like a beeline in my tree, like crunch, 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 crunch. Like I thought it was going to jump in my lap. That's how loud it was and how close it got. And then it stopped. Well, the moon's up just enough, and in these planted pines I'm sitting in, I can count 6 pine trees just from the moonlight. And that third pine, I believe it was the third pine tree, I can see just a silhouette of something and shoulders sticking out on each end of the tree, and I can see something's breath just. And I'm, about 40 foot up a pine tree, and right off the rip, I could tell that it was something bipedal standing there, and it was large because I'm 6'4". My dad's 6'4", and I'm pretty good at sitting in a tree stand and seeing somebody in the woods and gauging about how big they are from a distance. You know what I mean? Because I've seen enough people out here hunting on public land. I've encountered enough people close up and far to determine whether that's kind of tall dude down there. Well, this was massive, and I could just see it breathing, see the shoulders, and then it felt like an hour went by, but it was maybe 30 seconds. Then it left. Well, my dad the whole entire time was yelling at me in the earpiece, trying to get me to talk, but I didn't say anything because that was going on. And I finally keyed up on the radio and said, "Dad, something was down here. I don't know what it was. I'm about to get down out of the tree. I'll meet you at the truck." He said, "All right, get here quick." I said, 10-4. So I get out of my tree, put my climbing tree stand together, put it on my back, pull the straps. I start walking through the woods, and I can hear something coming back out of the creek, but catty cornering me. Like it covered a lot of real estate in a heartbeat. And when it got up to it was so close in the woods, I thought I was going to reach out and grab him because I'm walking down an old dim road. and it followed me step for step. And if I stopped, I'd hear crunch, crunch behind me. And I'd take a couple steps and stop and hear crunch, crunch right behind me. And I'm 13 years old. I played football. I played baseball. My dad raised me. I wouldn't say he was hard on us. He was stern on us. Ain't no crying in baseball. Suck it up. Take your shirt off. Be a boy dog. Ain't no crying. Don't be a bitch. And tears were just running down my face. And I was trying my damnedest to be quiet because I was so scared. And at this point in time, I'm getting to the edge of the trees, and I can see the sage grass field. And on the other side of that sage grass field is the gate, and there's the truck. And I could see the dome light on in the truck. I was like, Dad's at the truck. So I started feeling better. And I took one step out of the pines, man, into that field, and something yelled, screamed, roared, hollered, whatever you want to call it. And it was like someone had a bullhorn, man. When you feel like you go to a concert for your clothes vibrating? That's what it was like. And it scared me to death.
Wow.
Did your dad elaborate on any of that to you?
So he heard the scream, whatever it was. He heard it. I was about 500 yards from the truck. And he heard it clear as day. And for years he was like hogwash. I'm talking about it. His boys playing tricks on you.
Yeah.
When he told you to stay in the tree stand because he knew something was coming your way, did he know it was coming? Did he see what it was?
He seen a glimpse of something. So he thought it was like a big dog or like a really big hawk.
Okay.
And he didn't want me to get down out of my tree around the time it was going to meet me and tangle up, whatever it was, just because he was like, I can hear it. So by the time it got to me, if I'm still in my tree, whatever it was, probably push on through, and then I could get down out of my tree and go.
That's kind of why I was asking, because you said he took an interest in it here lately. So I kind of thought he might have seen it back then and just didn't want to tell you because you were so young.
That's what I'm starting to think.
And that's why I said it's good that you're starting, your son at a young age.
Yep.
You make it part of their paradigm,
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Because there's nowadays everyone tries to harbor their children from real life experiences and real life shit. Because and I understand that because I'm a parent. I have a 6-year-old son, and I understand protecting your child at all costs. But just to take them in the woods and know that there's something out there that could hurt them, and just pretend that it's not real and pretend that and I don't want to ruin that for him, and him be like, oh, Daddy, you never told me this is out there, and da da da. And he'll see me watching like documentaries and stuff, and I'll be like, you think he's real, Bubba? He's like, yeah, I think it's possible, Daddy. And so I'm not gonna tell him, oh, no, it's not real.
Right.
I never mentioned it to him. He asked me after watching the show. He was catching on to what I was watching on TV, and that's what sparked that's what piqued his interest.
Kids don't miss stuff like that,
Oh yeah, and ever since then, he's always asking, Daddy, can I go with you? Like,
it's funny, like not this morning, yesterday. One of these days, recently, last night or this morning, I was flipping through the TV channels, and it went through like the children's channels, and there was a show on where there was a cartoon, but they had a Yeti in it.
Yeah, there's a Disney movie. God, man, I think it's called Everest. I think my son watches all the time, and it has to do with a Yeti.
That's just interesting. I mean, why are they introducing this to kids? You know, a myth like that. You know,
I think there's something on Netflix about, a cartoon about Bigfoot or Yeti or something. Somebody was telling me about. I haven't looked into it.
Danny Stanton knows, like, what the hell they call it? Something in Bigfoot, and there was a movie, there was a series back in the 70s, I guess, and it had Bigfoot in it. He knows what it was. He knows what I'm talking about. I can't remember what it was. Bigfoot and something boy, or I don't remember. But I wouldn't have paid attention to it if I wasn't involved in, this fascinated with the subject, where I wouldn't have even caught that. Oh, that's a Yeti. On now it's like, oh, cool, that's a Yeti.
Yeah.
Bigfoot. See, Danny knew Bigfoot and Wild Boy.
Yeah.
That was some show in the 70s or early 80s, probably the 70s.
Never heard of it.
You weren't born yet.
You're right.
Before your time.
Yeah, well before my time. But the stories around here, man, they go back all the way to the early 1900s. My family homesteaded in this area back in 1906, and we used to, we were in the turpentine business, and there's a lot of pine wood flats out there, and who's to say someone didn't see something, like,
oh yeah,
the stories go down, especially in my family. Because especially them having encounters, and because they were avid outdoorsmen, turpentiners. I mean, there was back in the 80s, there was a whole bus full of football students coming back from a Crestview football game, and the whole bus, the coaches and the bus driver, seen it. I spoke to that bus driver.
When did that happen?
I think it was back in the late 80s, early 90s. I can't remember.
Seems like I seen a show with that on it, about that bus driver.
Was it around here?
It seems like it was, but it's been a long time since I watched it. Somebody done an interview with him or something.
Huh. Yeah, I've never seen any show or documentary with that before. That's weird. Who knows? Could be, or just
maybe a
coincidence.
different.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I mentioned about Bigfoot in cartoons, but yeah, there's Littlefoot is out there. And then going back to Rudolph, that's right. The damn Bumble was an abominable snowman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So it could be a way of them to incorporate it in kids' lives, to think of it as a friendly creature and nothing more than a movie.
Well, damn, and they've been doing that forever, because that Rudolph's been around for
years.
Yeah,
longer than we have.
Now I'm curious as to find out when Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer came out.
Jeez.
Well, think about it as far as, like, when was the Patterson Gimlin? Did this come out before that?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I don't know when Rudolph came out. I'm sure somebody can find out.
Oh geez, I think it was 40s, 50s. And then I think it was black and white at one time. I ain't sure, but
1964.
64.
That film was shot in 67, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's very interesting.
There were even accounts of what Theodore Roosevelt had seen them.
See, everybody even put it out there, 64, and
Yep.
and the Patterson Gimlin was October of 67.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's very interesting. I never even would have thought about that.
Well, just when I was curious, like, when was that brought into people's consciousness, that introduction to the abominable snowman in Rudolph,
Right.
Right.
And why do you have that red nose? You mean, in the 80s yet.
What else? Anybody in chat have questions for the guests? Please just put it in caps. Still Crazy Chris says December 6th was when it first came out. 64. And thanks for looking at that up, guys.
Appreciate it.
Ghost Dragon ZW says, love my tunes.
It's good stuff.
I'm 54, dude. I love cartoons. Just don't let anybody watch me, nobody see me watching them. It's like riding a moped. No one wants people anybody see you driving it.
Now we got to ask, what's your favorite cartoon, though?
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, Connor, I'm definitely going to try to make that conference on the 22nd.
And where's that at, Tyler?
Lakeland, Florida.
I believe. Yeah, Lakeland.
That's the second.
Yeah,
Greater Florida.
Bigfoot and my buddy Connor actually met him a few weeks. It's more like probably been like a month, maybe a little more now. In the Mayaca River State Park, we were down there with Stacy Brown Jr. and doing paranormal investigations and doing skunk ape investigations, and became pretty good friends. And yeah, we're going to try and link up soon and go do some investigations around here. But yeah, we're all supposed to link up again for the conference in January.
Yeah, that was a decent little conference. It was the first one I went to. Was the first conference in Florida. That's where I met Connor at that one. And luckily, we had hooked up with Tim T and some other people, and we went for a night hike. But we had to leave early because it started to lightning.
Oh yeah, you won't be out there in
storm. Connor's fun to hang out with.
Yeah, he's a cool dude, man. But yeah, I met some pretty cool people.
I had some time.
Ghost Dragon ZW just pointed out, if you think about it, in Bugs Bunny, the big red hairy monster is kind of a Bigfoot because it had big tennis shoes on.
Was that a joke towards me, Mo?
Huh?
Was that a joke towards me?
No, man. No.
That thing did look, it was big and hairy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like a cross between Cousin It and Bigfoot, but yeah.
Didn't really have a name.
That was a great episode too.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get more of the I'm trying to get a video put together with all the paranormal stuff we had going on at the Tatum house. But RPG showed up that weekend, and we had a pretty good time, man. He's a character.
Who is that?
Yeah, he's from he's on the Outcast Paranormal team, and he was on that show Expedition Bigfoot that came on Travel Channel.
I'm just trying to
I believe it was Travel or National Geographic. I can't remember.
What's his name now?
I know his first name's Ryan. I don't know his last name. Yeah, but yeah, RPG, he's good people.
I only had one thing that was kind of weird like that. It was I had the big guys down there. It was about, I don't know, 4:35 in the summertime, 5 o'clock, something like that. And I was going to take a picture of him. He had his face poked through the bushes watching me. And a little dog was there walking by me. And I asked her, you know, she was sniffing the air, a little chihuahua. And I said, "What are you smelling, girl?" And, you know, finally got a picture there. And we come back home, but when I was re-listening to it, when I asked, "What are you smelling?" to the dog, I heard a voice say, "Ask me that again." And I got the picture of the face, and it looks like one cloaking or transparent, sitting at the base of a tree, a small one. But now there's
Holy
something in the
shit.
background that you can clearly see its face, and you can see two big eyes, but I ain't quite sure what it is. But on by the tree to the left of the small one that looked like it was cloaking, I got a full body apparition of a man. He's got a handlebar mustache. And the weird thing is, it kind of looked like me.
That's strange.
But it was strange. That area right there is a strange area that I try to avoid.
Yeah, I could understand that. That's pretty weird. I came across a old cemetery in the woods that's buried right there on the river. You have to cross a creek to get to it. Man, them headstones are old, man, and it makes me wonder if some of the activity is from being around or in the proximity of that graveyard, because I've also heard people say that these things are like protect graveyards too. I don't know. But
That
people,
Bigfoot.
yeah,
I heard. I mean, it's possible. I heard a lot of stories about graveyards pertaining to like dogmen. Had those hanging out, but I don't know.
One about a half a mile from me that's got some from the 1700s, and most of them are 1800s.
damn.
But it was old and grown over until a couple of years ago. The county came in and cleaned it up. You know, volunteers, real nice. But since nobody's touched it again, so it's starting to get overgrown again. You know.
It's funny how they do it once, but they never keep up with it.
Right.
So it looks good for a minute.
Yeah.
I used to, when I lived in Jersey, I was in Morris County, and there was a reservoir down the train tracks, and I used to sneak back there because you weren't supposed to be back there. And on the way, like along the side of the tracks, just into the woods between the tracks and the river, one day we were in there and we stumbled upon a Civil War cemetery, and all the headstones were falling over. You couldn't even tell, but apparently somebody had gone in there and was putting flags, the little flags around there. I was like, that's the only way I knew. I was like, I saw a flag, but it was so grown over, so that was cool. But I don't recall even if any of the headstones were readable, or were legible, I should say.
Right.
But then I found out later that it was a Civil War cemetery.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of those all over Alabama. Where we hunted at up there in Union Springs, Alabama, there was a real big Civil War cemetery there. And our old hunting camp was actually like an old plantation home from back in the day. Like it had the real big high ceilings, real big rooms. And it's funny you started talking about Civil War. Me and my dad, we were laying in our bunk one night. And I mean, this house has been there for a long time. And we're laying there, and we start hearing boots coming down the stairs, and we could hear the spurs on the boots coming down the stairs. Well, we were thinking Mr. Tommy showed up because he wears boots with spurs on them, not all the time, here and there. And we were thinking he was there. So we both got out of our bed and walked out to the living room into the kitchen, expecting to run into Tommy. Not a soul there. That was pretty weird.
Yeah, I've that's where my experiences come, or paranormal.
Yeah.
So when I hear stuff like that, I'm like, of course, because
Oh yeah, for sure.
it's weird when you see something or hear something that just shouldn't be. I mean, to witness, a cork fly out of a bottle without being touched at the same time that something else happens, and it's just, like there was. It's just weird when shit happens. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I start babbling and not explaining myself.
Oh gosh,
Yeah,
many years ago, I had bought a house that had a Civil War grave, one in the backyard, and I had a Rottweiler at that time, and every night about around 3-4 a.m. he would go nuts out back, and I'd come out on the porch and go around back, and he's just sitting there. It had a big street lamp there in the backyard, or a big booger light in the backyard that lit up everything. But he would stand right there and bark straight at that grave for 20 minutes solid. You just about have to get mad at him and scold him to get him to quit. And that went on every night that was, until I moved from there.
That's odd. The same time, 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
Same time. And as soon as he got started, the little dog in the house, which was a Pomeranian, it would just growl. It wouldn't get out. It wouldn't get out of bed with you, but it would just growl at the window. And I thought it was just growling because he was barking, but I don't know.
I was curious, Tyler, you mentioned you were 6'4". How old were you? How tall were you when you were 13 when that happened? I don't know why I'm asking this, but
I was probably every bit of 6 foot.
Okay.
Or 5'8", maybe. I was a big kid. I was much bigger than kids my age growing up. I was having to play in like a year older or 2 years older age group when I played sports because I was twice the size of everybody.
Huh. I was just curious about that because, growing up, I was normal size, but I just kept growing until I hit 6'3". And then you got Crow here, who's a squatching himself, 6'5".
Yeah, monster. Probably roll
I think I've been since I was about 14.
I don't even remember.
I went out for JV. They put me on varsity.
Yeah, that was like me in my freshman year.
Freshman on varsity, right on. I was a sophomore. I think I was a junior. I was still playing JV, fucking JV soccer, which was fine with me. I didn't belong on the varsity team.
That's funny. What sport did you play?
What's that?
You said you played soccer?
Yeah, in high school. And when I was a kid.
Yeah, I played football and basketball.
I never, that's probably the only sport I ever really played was soccer, except for when I was younger was Little League. But I don't know. I'm just not into sports.
Yeah, it's my dad and both my uncles were dual sport athletes in high school, and my dad was All-American basketball player. He was projected to go first round as a college basketball player, but he was going to elect to go into the draft. and he was going to go into the draft, but he would rather have 3 kids and get married, and hadn't seen him in 25 years. I'm like, damn, man, you must fall off a turnip truck, cuz. I was a shooting guard, played basketball. In the good old days.
It's funny. I couldn't even. I don't know the positions in a basketball team. I know a center, and then after that, it's like whatever.
I played about half a season, and we were getting stomped. And coach told me, he said, "Hey, you see this guy right here?" And I was like, "Yeah." He said, "I want you to clothesline him with everything you have." Okay, coach. I did, and he turned a flip in the air and landed on his back. And from then on, the parents just like, "No, you got to get rid of him." So I was just doing what coach told me.
I was like my dad. He told so when I first started playing football in Pee Wee, I was a defensive end, and then as I got older, I moved to offense. But I kept getting beat right off the snap, and my dad, it was like 3rd down, and we had to try to get them on 3 and out. We were on the sideline. My dad looked at me. He said, "You better stomp a mud hole in his ass when they snap that ball, or I'm gonna stomp one in you."
Yeah.
And sure as shit, I beat him off the snap.
I think I contemplated trying out for football like for a moment, and then I went and hung out and watched the practice, and I was like, nah. Nah.
Yeah, those 2 days, man, they sucked ass.
I don't miss it. I can tell you that much.
Hell no, dude. My knees are spent from it. When I played basketball, we used to run sprints, full court sprints with ankle weights on.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because you turn your legs into springs. I mean, I was 6'4", but I could honey dip. It's like stick my arm in the basket like this and hang on the basket. We had guys that were 6'1" that were able to dunk.
Well, that's like the volleyballers, like the Olympians and stuff, when they train. They have bungee cords and all sorts of shit contraptions that they use for jumping exercises just to train those legs.
Yep, exactly.
For the front line when you're blocking and stuff. But yeah, they're
yes.
Which
springs. I was going to. Yeah. That's exactly right. I was going to tell you right down the road from here, my buddy Corey lives up on Old River Road. And when they were he told a story, and his mom and daddy told me too. When they were building their house, they found pottery like from the Indians. And after they built that house, shit started going down and happening in that house. And my buddy Corey he has scars to prove it. He woke up one morning screaming and hollering, and you could see where 4 claws scraped down his back, and he was bleeding from it. And he still has a scar on his back to prove it.
Wow.
And they had the preacher man come in and bless the house, and shit stopped for a couple weeks, and then it vamped up right like nothing happened.
From probably, you said they found pottery and stuff, so obviously it was a native land at one point.
Yep.
And basically everything in the United States was at one point. But Mike Kirkpatrick, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Anybody have any questions for anybody or anything else you want to talk about? Throw it out there, guys. Just put it in caps. We're going to be done here in, about 5 minutes. So that went by pretty quick.
Got about 2 hours. Yeah, it did. But so what is your next show?
Tuesday.
Tuesday? What time?
10 p.m. Eastern.
Eastern, so 9 my time. Cool. Yeah, if I don't have anything going on, if I'm not at work, I'll have to pop in and say that.
Yeah, man.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thursdays it's 11 p.m. Tuesdays it's 10 p.m. Eastern.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's funny when I did that. When I set the times, it was because I didn't want to step on someone's toes, so I put it off an hour.
Right.
Oh, got you.
And then I kind of just stuck with it.
Very cool. Yeah, I've got some more investigations coming up. I've had a lot of people, a lot of elderly people, believe it or not, get a hold of me through my Facebook and ask me to come out to their property and listen. They've been hearing sounds at night. They've been finding
What's
tree
elderly
stuff.
to you? 40? Hello?
You were cutting out.
I said, what's elderly to you? 40?
No, they're in their 60s, 70s.
Okay.
And yeah, they've been reaching out to me, asking me to come check the property out. One guy said he had one slapping the vinyl siding on the side of his house at 4 in the morning. I mean, he's 17 miles from the nearest paved road. I mean, he's out there. Yeah.
Yeah, they do that from time to time.
Yeah, I've heard that, man. I don't know if it's just them trying to get a reaction out of you, maybe, or
They're bored.
Yeah,
They've done it.
They're
Oh
bored.
yeah,
And pretty much that's what they're wanting is a reaction.
Yep.
From me, I ain't gonna say that's for everybody, but in my case,
right. Yeah, I firmly believe they all do the same thing, but some probably do more than others. I think they all have their own personality. Some are more curious than others, and some are more aggressive than others.
Of course, they're individuals like we are.
Right.
You know, with different personalities.
in my experience,
I'm sure there's a stoner in there somewhere. You know, they're just eating the cannabis.
Oh yeah, he's probably going, man. I don't know why y'all just won't get along with those motherfuckers, man. They ain't gonna hurt nobody.
he's the one going after the peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably sitting around the campfire, huddled around somewhere. I told you, dumbass, not to go get that peanut butter.
In my experience, you're spot on. They got different personalities. You know, these here they don't all look the same either.
No.
Yeah, I haven't had that 100% grade A encounter. I mean, but this past January, I captured something on film, and that's pretty much what set my YouTube channel on fire. Matt Moneymaker shared it on his Twitter. But clear as day, there's something comes walking out of the woods. It's jet black. And it was, before I started filming, it was picking stuff up. It was just moving awkwardly. And I mean, this thing was 564 yards away. And for me not to be like, that's somebody, like the entire time I'm going, what is that? Because you should be able to see skin, a hat, clothes, a backpack, something. And it was just jet black. And a lot of people believe it was a juvenile. So I don't know.
Well, at 500 yards, that's a distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
564 yards.
got to be something big.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Then you said they thought it was a juvenile. Larry Hart, how's it going, man? Thinking it's a juvenile. It's had to be a big juvenile.
Yeah. Oh, man. Some people, was like, oh, there's a road that comes through right there. That could have been somebody walking. Well, if it was, I'd have seen them parked where that road starts. I've seen them. I've seen them get out of their truck and start walking down that road and wait for them to come out to the other end. There was nobody there. It was on a Thursday in the middle of the week in the archery area, 25-mile-an-hour winds and 30-something degrees outside. No one's out there bow hunting. You're gonna be able to shoot. You're not gonna shoot nothing unless they're in your lap. So,
Do you have a YouTube channel, Tyler?
I do. Tyler Howell Outdoors.
Okay. Check you out, brother.
Yeah, everybody
Appreciate
check out Tyler's channel, Tyler Howell Outdoors. We're going to call this one a night. I want to thank you guys for hanging out.
Yeah, man.
Tyler,
Pleasure
Thank you
being
for
here.
having me, man.
Tyler, thank you very much.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, my door is always open. You know, you ever want to just pop on, feel free.
Cool, man. I appreciate that.
That holds true for everybody. You know, not everybody is anxious to hop on and, bullshit. But some nights, and it's funny because some nights everybody wants to come on.
Yeah.
Right.
Chris Edwards, thank you. Thanks for showing up. All right, guys. If you guys want to hang out backstage, it's up to you. I'm not going to spend much time. It's 1 o'clock, so
Yeah, I've got to wrap it up.
right on. All right, Tyler, thank you very much.
Appreciate it, brother.
You can stick around or not, but my pleasure, man. I'll talk to you soon.
How long are you going to be on backstage? I might have a few minutes here in a few minutes.
Just briefly,
Okay. Yeah, we'll touch base later then, Hoss.
Right on. All right.
All right, Chief.
Good night.
I'll be in. You too, brother.
Take care, brother.
You too, brother. Later.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Tony, pleasure as usual.
Hey, it's a pleasure, man. Awesome.
Thank you. You want to say goodbye to everybody in chat? Now's the time. I know you can't see everybody, but
Oh, yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
all right, dude. I'm gonna throw you backstage, but like I said, if you want to stick around, stick around. If not, I understand. Because I'm not going to spend much time backstage anyway.
Being poor, brother. I'll go ahead and let you go, man.
All right, man. Thanks again, dude. Great talking with you.
Yes, sir. You take care, man. Get well.
Thank you. Good night. Another one in the books. Thank you, everybody, for showing up tonight. Everybody that popped on. Excuse me. Everybody in chat. It was great. Great to see everybody. Christy, how are you, hon? I just noticed you now. Don't take it personal. So yeah, Donald, I tried standing up for you, bro. So we started this night off. Derek McManus, what's up? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for showing up tonight, and I will be back Tuesday. Normally I would say I'll see you over the weekend, but lately I haven't, nobody's seeing me. So if you guys appreciated this, if you enjoyed the show, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. I saw some new names in here tonight, so hopefully you'll subscribe and share if you want. Also, if you want to support the show, you can find the PayPal link in the description, and also in the banner above on the lower right hand corner. Everything helps more than you know. But that's up to you guys. Anyway, I will see you Tuesday. Everybody have an amazing weekend. Be safe. All right. And peace and God bless.